1996 Frankfort Area Chamber of Commerce Success Awards. Sponsored by Farmers Bank and Capital Trust Company. First Federal Savings Bank.
Doctors Birch, Rudolph, and Renshaw. Dr. Gene Birch opened the doors to his solo dental practice in 1975. He saw one patient on his first day in business. At that time, Dr. Birch may not have suspected that he would have a patient base of 7,500 persons 20 years later. In fact, Doctors Birch, Rudolph, and Renshaw now care for approximately 100 patients each day. Operating with the simple mission of treating all patients as we would like to be treated, the firm continues to grow. There are now 2 associate dentists, Dr. Carmen Rudolph and Dr. Will Renshaw, 5 registered dental hygienists, including Dr. Birch's wife and office manager, Mary Ann Birch, 6 dental assistants, and 3 persons in business staff. Continuous implementation of advanced dental care procedures and innovative business practices have contributed to the firm's success. For instance, the Birch Dental Plan, a prepaid dental insurance, was first offered in 1988 before such insurance was common. A dental imaging system allows patients to see before and after treatment choices in order to make informed decisions, and an intraoral camera provides an effective patient education tool to aid in preventive practices. The winner of the 1996 Success Award for the Professional Firm category is Plan Graphics Incorporated. John Antonucci started Plan Graphics in 1979 as a small systems integration company specializing in the design and implementation of geographic information systems. GIS combines computer-based interactive map displays with database management software to analyze and illustrate spatial data. At the time Plan Graphics entered this field, GIS was considered an experimental technology. Over the last 17 years, GIS has become widely established, and there are now few major local governments or utility companies that do not use this technology to some extent. Though their service has moved into the mainstream, Plan Graphics retains its entrepreneurial flair. The company has grown steadily, winning contracts with clients across the United States and around the world. During the last 17 years, Plan Graphics has served as consultant or implementer on more than 850 GIS projects. 1996 revenues are projected at more than $11 million. Plan Graphics has more than doubled its number of employees during the 1990s. In 1996, the company reached a total of 100 employees. A major commitment to continued growth and presence in Frankfort was the move early in 1996 into the company's new corporate headquarters building at the foot of the Capitol Avenue Bridge. The company headquarters incorporates 2 existing historic buildings into a new design. The new building provides ample space to increase the size of the staff in Frankfort. Other company offices are located in Maryland, San Antonio, Arizona, and Colorado.
Aquaculture. The rearing of aquatic organisms under controlled or semi-controlled conditions. In other words, aquaculture, or fish farming, is underwater agriculture, and this $40 billion industry is on the rise. If one considers that the world's population is expanding by 90 million people each year, that the average person consumes 42 pounds of fish each year, and that the harvest of fish from wild or natural sources has remained flat since '89, it's easy to see why aquaculture production will need to double in the next 15 years to keep up with increased demand. In the U.S., per capita seafood consumption has increased by 22% over a 4-year period. Aquaculture is the fastest growing segment of U.S. agriculture, with production increasing by 120% from '83 to '94. And yet the U.S. remains the second largest importer of fisheries products, creating a trade deficit of over $3.5 billion per year. Kentucky is uniquely positioned to play an important role in the expansion of aquaculture production. Centrally located, Kentucky is within a day's drive of most major metropolitan centers, making it ideally suited to provide fresh and even live product to these locations. Kentucky has over 130,000 existing ponds, 75% of which are more than a quarter acre in size. The state's climate is suitable for traditional species such as catfish and trout, but also well suited for the production of new species. And with much of the future growth of aquaculture occurring in new species And in new regions which do not presently have well-developed production, processing, or marketing, Kentucky could be on the edge of an aquaculture explosion. But Kentucky needs to be ready, and steps have already been taken to make sure that it is. In the early 1980s, Kentucky State University initiated the Aquaculture Research and Extension Program. In '87, the Kentucky Aquaculture Association was established. And in 1990, the Kentucky General Assembly passed Senate Bill 9, which recognized aquaculture's potential and Kentucky State's leadership role. Researchers at KSU now have over 10 years of Kentucky-based results to draw upon, and KSU now offers an associate degree in aquaculture, the only degree program in the state. Aquaculture holds substantial potential in the Commonwealth. However, more needs to be done to reach that potential. Development of a new enterprise, such as aquaculture, requires systematic planning and long-term support. One obvious need is human capital. Since aquaculture has no local information legacy to build on, persons will need to be trained.
Hello, I'm Beverly Kirk. As American families prepare for the challenges of the 21st century, we must also remember that part of America's greatness is its ability and willingness to help all families reach their goals. Here in Kentucky, many families are preparing for the future through the Family Development and Management Program, one of many services offered through the Cooperative Extension Program here at Kentucky State University. The Family Development and Management Program, known as FDM, is a grassroots educational program that helps limited resource families learn how to help themselves.
The main thing I want right now out of my life is to be able to take care of my children and myself, and the FDM program has helped me to do that. It's helped me to survive, make good decisions, set goals, and do things that I didn't know about before.
The components of FDM are designed to focus on the environmental, social, and day-to-day needs of client families. The goal of FDM is to put clients on a positive path towards self-sufficiency and provide lifelong skills which can be passed on and used by each family member. The primary components of this comprehensive 18-month program are food and nutrition, consumerism, financial management, home safety, parenting skill development, and child development. An extensive network of area FDM coordinators, professional and paraprofessional instructors, and community show that Americans who have limited resources and lack consumer knowledge about goods and services are prime candidates for falling into many traps, which include paying too much for an item, buying the wrong item to fit their needs, or in many cases being ripped off. FDM clients are learning to be consumer-wise and smart shoppers. Consumerism is the program by which clients learn the best time and places to shop, what to look for in the items they want, and how to get the most for their shopping dollar. This is done not only with classroom instruction, but also by taking clients to different types of retail establishments to learn how to comparison shop and buy the highest quality merchandise that fits in a budget.
We want our clients to make informed decisions about what they purchase for their families. This can only happen when they're educated about the product and services they pay for.
Financial management is another FDM program that helps clients understand the importance of establishing and maintaining a budget. Because FDM clients have a fixed, limited income, this program is key to learning how to do the most for their families with what money is available. By the end of the program, clients realize that with proper budgeting, the dollar goes much further than it can without a budget. Child development and parenting skills are additional programs that address the needs of families which may be headed by one parent. A committed and dedicated staff plus numerous volunteers work with families to enrich the lives of children whose parent is involved with the FDM program. Youth activities include youth group meetings, training programs, demonstrations, summer day camp, preschool, and other activities and services aimed at preparing these children to become active, positive members of their community.
Before I started with the FDM program, my house always seemed to be a mess and I couldn't find time to get anything done. But once one of the FDM assistants came and started showing me how to take care of things, I was able to go back to school. I'm able to spend a lot more time with my kids now. I've found time for myself, and I can even keep my house cleaned up. I was really surprised at how easy it was.
The Family Development and Management Program has touched the lives of thousands of people and will continue to do so as long as there is a need for individuals and their families to prosper and set a positive course for the future.